we find ourselves another day, another happy time in Gintama where, well, love is all around, whether it's wanted or not. In most cases, completely unwarranted. But when we're in the world of the courtesans and the like, maybe it's to be expected. Who knows? All I know is that this is the second episode of the Love Potion arc, and if anyone gets out unscathed, including myself, we'll be lucky. As if you really needed more of an understanding that who's in charge here, who's managed to gain the most out of the situation. Well, it's just amplifying the... And just why do you think it's okay to remove people's sense of choice about it all? No, I don't think intoxication is anywhere near love. And how are they just walking through this without their eyes being replaced by giant heart decals? No matter the drug in question, where it removes some sort of sense of oneself, your wherewithal. Falling in love is one thing, but removing your clothes, putting on a iron ball chastity belt is another. And overall, since the entire place is one big underground city, apart from opening the top up again and airing it out, unless the top's still open, I can't remember. I think clearing out the remnants of all this incense is going to take a while. You'll just have to replace it with a more distinct smell. Sadaharu can probably help with that. And what? Because she's became jaded by being here. Lost hope with her past love. Which is more powerful, the drug or... This is not quite the... not quite the advancement in their relationship that I expected. Good for QB. Kentucky. Take a step back. He's going to lose an arm. I mean, you don't have to prod it. Especially not with a sharpened blade. The flip-flopping, the joining in and out of who's affected and not. You missed that stalker. Probably not a good feeling. I feel like she'd fall into Stockholm Syndrome quite easily. I mean, if you want a better way of clearing out the crowd, I'm not sure a gorilla on a chain is the best of weapons, but apparently I'm wrong. Everyone's coming to these realizations about themselves. Add them to her collection. Condole Cannonball. To think that you can't really make this kind of grand statement and look so cool when there are buttocks on the screen. Oh God. I should have saved that sentence for a few seconds after. I'm gonna need more bleach. My eyes can only handle so much. It's almost as bad as when he painted himself gold and hung out in a forest with a load of honey. The thing is, should you really be attacking with such gusto? They are bystanders caught up in all of this action. We'll see about that. You say farewell, but he's along for the ride. Honey? Experiencing a slight advancements in your understanding of yourself, whether or not it's imparted due to that incense. Kick him off the building. She might not want to admit it. It's, he doesn't stand very tall, though. Right, so what, in an attempt to remain forever in people's minds, not to be forgotten? Is there going to be enough bandages to repair all of Kentucky's head wounds after this? No, it's psychopathic. And slightly narcissistic. How could she think about just ignoring customers? There's never enough. Parents forced you to come? I mean, as long as they're paying. For now. Who would think of going to a place like this and just chatting? And then what happened? Was there some circumstances? And let me guess, there was a promise that wasn't upheld. The roof is open. So it's did you actually speak to them to find out what's going on? Is this just another misunderstanding, or actually unrequited, almost? And as if to forget pain, she fell into that far too hard. Why do people go far in the opposite direction every time they're hurt? He hasn't. I don't know why we need to know that, but he's not given up, just appearing at her side at all times. You know, as long as she's still breathing, there's still time, apparently, according to Gintama. It might be better for her now if she just fell. Careful with your... Yeah. Think about the time and place of... How is she holding on and kicking him and staying on the roof? How crazy people can be. But still, for anyone under the influence to operate heavy artillery... What was the point of aiming there? Yeah. Considering the flinging the kunai around while also they're still hanging off the roof. Bye, Kentucky. fair enough. The whole... At least he's back in the building, but getting other people involved... that's why the cannibals are going there to... It might be for the best if they singe a few of those hairs. Is that a good thing, though? A reversal. The antidote to the... Oh, yeah, so back to normal. I don't think the exact opposite is actually the inverse of drugging people with the original thing. But not without at the expense of so many just now. Yeah, who's gonna... What about the destruction, the repair, the morals committee member Gintoki, just as we always expected. Who can think about achieving the best of themselves with all of this sin around? That's for the best. Maybe really, he's looked up definition. The outfit itself is fine. The Latin name, gorilla, yeah. But any reason just using Gintoki as a springboard for punching Condor? Of course, it's only the certain named characters that are given this kind of effect. Excuse... again. At least they're happy. Also, 5 to 8 seconds. That's a new record for Gintoki. A rather somber affair, but I don't believe that it is going to have any sort of punishment quite like we've seen with other characters or other arcs. But I wonder what the actual justice in this place is like. But of course, it's only after the fact that anyone actually starts thinking about their actions or what they've potentially caused. He'll cause a problem for everyone involved. He goes at his own flow, does his own thing. Where does the gate lead? I see. He used to be quite a skilled carpenter. Just like that, explaining exposition and the misunderstanding from before. How much... This might be like a slightly... slightly interesting and potentially happy ending with it. With them being reunited, maybe, but... How much is she going to hate herself for everything that she's done now? Why is... Are you just creating a bunch of extenuating circumstances to let her slip through the cracks? There's a certain beauty in imagining your idealized dream, but there's a certain part of me which thinks this is undeserved. Someone had a particularly shitty couple of years and kept rewarded for it. That's like his own particular inciting incense. Brilliant. Okay. But that's the face that I waited all episode for. But getting that... we've had little bits of self-realisation from characters and interpersonal relationships that we've seen throughout the 300-odd episodes that we've seen so far. Never really reaching anywhere, and there's definitely more than just passing fancies and dreams, but there are some that you actually kind of like to see. Kind of what... a few episodes from now, which haven't happened yet, but they have because I watched these out of order. With the Stalker, the multiple people that have been touched by Gintama, Not in that way. How much their lives have changed and how much he means to them. But yeah, that was the love potion arc, which seems very unnecessary as a plan. I'll drug everyone, make them love me, never forget me, and then wake them from that illusion. And we've seen it so many times before where someone gets hurt by something and decides to drag in everyone around them so that they're not alone in their misery. Although it's rather quite a selfish endeavour. The idea of going out in a blaze of glory, having everyone love and admire you, okay, fine, fair play, but is that adoration still valuable if it's forced under the pretext of drugging everyone involved? I mean, sure, if she feels that way and then was going to end it anyway, who we to dissuade her of how that panned out, but wow. Throwing her life into this spiral and affecting the entirety of the city, all because she went out on a little trip to the surface and didn't decide to talk to him in the end because very bad timing. We've seen people do a lot worse for misunderstandings and the like, but like I said, characters that you want to see do well, getting that sweet smiley face near the end, how can we not enjoy it? But a rather, I guess, serious undertone to this entire story, and it's that element of how long do you hold on to a promise and a dream? And what if one party forgets? Anyway, we already know Gintoki being Gintoki, Kondo being Kondo, and Kyubey, and everyone else. But when they really go overboard, thanks to the help of some certain smelling salts, you can really draw out some quite comical situations. Mind-numbingly, almost disgusting comical moments. Kyubey becoming a penal farmer, as it were, a budding new relationship between Gintoki and Kondo, one that I really, really hope to be continued on in the rest of the season. So I guess whoever it is that you're rooting for, whether it be a scarred enforcer of the Night City. Actually, no, there's no second option. You can argue all you want, but you're wrong. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Let me know down below if you did. Maybe consider leaving a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel not to miss out. Join onto my Discord to have some fun. Most of all, get yourselves a bit of rest. See you in the next one. As if firmly enthralled by some noxious substance, my patrons have decided to help out both me and my channel completely of their own regard. And if for some reason you find yourself enticed, consider helping out as well, because alongside the help of Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sao, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintaman, Jennifer Rojas, D. Firo, Alvin Garsan, Wahad, Vendor of Segs, Dark Shadow 7899, Jeremiah Tima, and everyone else, it would be a lot easier to carry my throne of glory with the work spread out. Of course, if that seems like too much effort, just stick around for some more anime.